Okay, so now we talked about the ad creatives in the last video. Now we're going to talk about your ad copy. And you've probably watched a lot of like YouTube videos on ad copy before. It's probably super overwhelming, and you're probably like, I don't know what to say. Like, there's a lot of like rules around Facebook, all that stuff. So the philosophy that we've adopted here is keep it simple, and that keeps you not banned, basically. Like, the less you say, the less chances you have to get banned. So I'm going to show your ad copy in a second here. But it's very similar to ads. It's like if you have a great offer, it is just going to sell itself. You had a good analogy if you want to share it, Maria.
Yeah, I was thinking about it like this. We were talking about it very quickly before we clicked record here. And the way I think about it is if your offer is like flowing water, like running water, your no brainer offer is the flowing water. Um, your ad design and your ad copy is just a very simple funnel to be a conduit to let the water flow through. Meaning,
Mhm.
you think about like the best kind of funnels are the ones that are just two lines going like this, right? They're not fancy. They're just a conduit for the amazing, incredible offer to flow through. But that's why we said at the beginning, your offer and then the upsells as sort of connected onto that offer is the most important thing because that's the thing that's going to do the heavy lifting of the
Mhm.
sales. If you get that wrong, well, now, God, we got to hope our ad copy somehow massages a shitty offer to sound better. We got to make sure our designs massage a shitty offer to look better. If
Yeah,
you do it the other way around, everything else is just a very simple conduit to the sale.
it's true. Yep. Because you're going to see right here, our ad copy is very simple. So I'm going to share my screen, and then you let me know when we're good, Maria.
Yeah, 1 second here. And really, the lesson here is if you've tried to do ads before, I'm just going to add my face onto this too. If you've tried to do ads before and you're like, well, damn, I've been focusing on all the wrong things, like, okay, cool. Now you know why your ads probably didn't
Yeah.
work. Now you know why you were, oh my God, this is so big. Now you know why you weren't profitable. Now you know why you had to turn your ads off because you were just losing money. It's because you were focused on the wrong things. And we do see that a lot. People, they'll try to run ads to a bad freebie or a webinar that's not very good and they'll spend so much time and energy on the wrong things because
Yeah.
nobody's going to webinars and that's not profitable anymore, like things like that.
Yeah, it's true. And like, I think it's usually people teach it the other way around, but I think we're just keeping it simple over here. So what I have pulled up here is where you're actually going to create your ad. And I'm going to go into a whole deep dive on like where to do this, but I wanted to just pull up the ads here because you can see we do several different variations for each section. So in every ad, you have a primary text section, and you can add up to 5 different variations. You have a headline section. They say it's optional, but you definitely need to like put something in there. I actually just do one description. So that's all. I don't do a lot of variations for that. So I do the full 5 variations of the headline, the full 5 variations of the primary text, and then the description, I just do one. So let's just like go through each one here, and you can just see how simple it is. So this one literally just says, I can't believe I'm offering this. Get 24 amazing business courses for $24. Click learn more to see everything you get. Like, I just don't think it could be any more simple than that. You're basically saying, here's my offer, click learn more to get the details. Okay. This is basically the same thing. My best offer yet, 24 courses for $24. This bundle has every business course you need. So again, like you've probably written most of your copy from the landing page. How I'm seeing this is you're basically taking your headline and telling them to click the learn more button. Would you agree, Maria? Like, is there anything else to this?
Yeah,
I feel
I
like,
was can you so what I would love to do is on the right hand side if you could just point out to our viewers uh,
yes.
where the preview text is, where the
Oh,
headline
yeah.
is, they know where it's going to show up because
Yeah. So the preview text is the thing above the image. So it's this here. So you can see this is, they don't show all the variations, but this here is where you would see what we're talking about now.
primary text.
And the headline will go, I don't know why it's not letting me scroll down here. Maybe I'll expand out when we're done and I can kind
Okay,
of double
that's
check.
fine. Yeah.
I think you have to click this like expand button.
Okay.
So then again, here, this is just super short and sweet. Unlock 24 of my best business courses for $24. That was literally like our button on our landing page. So again, it's very simple. And the less you say, the less likely you are to get banned. And let me tell you, you want to avoid Facebook bans. We're going to have a whole video on this, but you want to avoid Facebook bans like the plague. Like, it is super problematic. You say things that get your ad account shut down. It's very hard to get it back. So we adopt the philosophy of just keep it simple, and we haven't had any issues since then. So um, this one's a little bit more descriptive. It goes in very, very slightly into what you get a little bit. You can just see it says get access to my top social media business and marketing courses. these are the exact strategies I use. But this actually, I know this variation, this one actually does the least well. So you might think,
It's
oh,
probably
they need to know,
text heavy
huh?
on, right? It's because it's
It's
text heavy.
exactly. I was gonna say you might think, oh, they need to know everything that they're in it, like that's in this bundle before they even click on the ad. No, they're clicking on the ad to get more information, and that's why your landing page is so extensive,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you think of the ad as I am literally just trying to get them to click because they're curious, right? Less actually, I think also builds a little bit of curiosity, and that actually might get more clicks. I just thought of that now, but I'm thinking through the logic there. I think if you get them to be curious and click on your landing page, then use your landing page to convince them to buy. That's worked really well for us. Um, and then lastly, this is just another variation, basically telling them like it's only $1 per course. It's just all these really just show the value of the offer. And that's why I think they work so well.
One thing that I would do if you're kind of like, how in the world am I going to make variations? I would just pull up ChatGPT
Yes.
to say,
Yeah.
like, can you write me 5 variations of this text? And you'll definitely want to massage it a little bit afterwards, but that'll do the like 80% of the variation work that you don't really need you can let a robot do it.
And I actually think, I don't know if this is true for every business account now, because I know Facebook ads like releases things to different accounts at different times, but I was creating ads the other day and they actually had it built in. I don't know if they were pulling from ChatGPT, but I was um, like writing one and then it was like, here are some other ones similar. And I could just literally pop them in. So your ad account might have that.
Okay,
If not, you can just pull it up, in a different tab, but
that's cool.
it's cool. I think that'll be coming to other people's accounts too soon. Okay, so that's the primary text. The headlines literally just reiterate the same thing. If you look at these, it just says access the courses for $24. Has every business course you'll ever need. This one's good. This is our best performing one. It says this. It's because it says save 97%. So what you can do is calculate like what you normally would charge for your bundle, and then figure out the percentage off it is from like your new price. So let's say you would have charged $500 and you're charging, whatever, $47. Just figure out the percentage that they're saving and add it in there. That really works and goes a long way in converting. Again, every business course you'll ever need. I was not very, you can see I was not very creative or trying to be very fancy at all with my variations. They're basically all saying the same thing. And then the description should be a little bit longer. And that one that can be a little bit more text heavy, and I'll show you where that shows up in a second here. So this one says, access to social media business courses. It's the one that I put up here, but it does better as a description. So just a note that like your description should be a little bit longer. Your headline should be, I think, hey, Facebook caps you. I think they only make it, your headlines can only be 255 characters. So they will cap you on that, which is good because they know like, okay, super wordy ones don't convert as well.
One thing I want to say, so a lot of people know a really common rule of advertising, which is you have to see an ad 7 times before you even know what it's about, right? Like a lot of people who are kind of in marketing have heard that. And if you haven't, the general rule for all marketers is like repetition converts.
Mm-hmm.
And so what Rose is doing here that I don't want you to miss is she's hammering in one thing over and over and over and over and over and over again is you're going to get 24 business courses for $24. That's the message. And everything that we do, from the graphics to the ad copy to the landing page to the checkout page, is just reiterating that core message over and over and over and over and over and over until we're bored and our eyes are bleeding. But it's 24 courses for $24, to the point where it is so hammered in our customers' brains that they'll call it the 24 bundle, and everybody knows what the hell we're talking about. And so I see this a lot with my students' copy is they think they're being boring, or they think they're like saying the same thing over and over again, and you should be. You should be repeating this over and over again because, mind you, we're in here in the nitty gritty looking at 1,000 variations and we're seeing this everywhere. The person on the other end is seeing our ad in between somebody whining about their ex-husband and somebody posting Halloween pictures of their kid, right? So that's all they see, and they're scrolling and they're in line at Starbucks and they're not even really paying attention. So we're trying to capture their attention. And the more we repeat ourselves in all of this, but especially in things like ad copy, the cheaper our ads are, which ultimately means the more profitable we are, which ultimately means the more money ends up in our bank account. So this stuff matters.
Yep. And I think it's concise and clear. Like at the end of the day, it's just like, it's concise and clear. You know what you're going to get. And yeah, like you said, we've just been hammering it home like mad people over here, but it's like, it works,
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to expand this so we can see. Okay. So this is I think this is the primary text and this is the headline. The description only shows up, if I'm not mistaken, in like one or two spots. I can't remember exactly where. So the description is definitely the least important, and that's why they say optional. The most important things are going to be your headlines and your primary text. So you can see this is what it's going to look like on your phone and your Facebook mobile feed. You can test it out and see what it looks like on your desktop feed too. But this is just pulling different variations. And I'm going to show you how to like structure ads and all that stuff. But your homework for this section is going to be write 5 variations of your primary text, 5 variations of your headline, and then 1 description. And just I would just put that in like a little Google Doc so you're ready to go when we launch your ad. So just have that ready with your 10 ad variation creatives and your text, and then you'll be ready to launch your ad when the
Cool.
time
I think
comes.
we're good. Okay, it looks like now we're getting into how much do I need to spend per day?
Yep. That's